Now, so the next point, take a bit special care about the next. Sir, by means of some way, I made a group of objects eligible for GC. Sir, maybe first approach, second approach, third approach, or fourth one. Some way I made a group of objects eligible for GC. Sir, okay, there are several objects by default eligible for GC. Once we made an object eligible for GC, don't expect immediately this object will be destroyed by garbage collector. Are you getting? So, sir, I made an object eligible for GC. Don't expect immediately this object will be destroyed by garbage collector. Okay? Whenever JVM runs a GC, then only these objects will be destroyed. But when JVM runs garbage collector, is nothing, we don't know. When JVM runs garbage collector, we don't know. Some JVMs may run in the morning hours, some JVMs may run in the evening hours, some JVMs may run in the afternoon time. We don't know when exactly JVM runs garbage collector. But up to certain level, I can able to tell. Whenever the program runs with low memory, then JVM runs garbage collector. But sir, can you tell exactly at what time? I too don't know. It is varied from JVM to JVM. Are you getting? So, once we made an object eligible for GC, don't expect immediately garbage collector is going to destroy this object. Whenever JVM runs a GC, then only garbage collector destroys these objects. Correct or not? Okay, this is best example. Assume in our house we arranged one lady for cleanup activity. Assume in the house we arranged one lady for cleanup activity. According to our agreement, every day morning at 7 she will come and she clean the room and wash the clothes, and then she will go. When she will come once again? Next day morning at 7. So in the meanwhile is nothing but if any, so suppose assume what I will do is there is a dustbin, is there dustbin. I am searching some papers. In that I identified some papers are useless. What first paper I throw into the dustbin? If I throw into the dustbin, immediately my assistant will come and she will clean that dustbin? No. Suppose assume, yes, I throw that. I throw that. She came and she cleaned. After 1 minute, I will throw second one. Then automatically she will come and she will clean. Assume. Third paper I throw. She came and she cleaned. Then I throw fourth one. Then immediately she will give left and right. Okay? Whatever the papers are there, keep all those things one by one. Once, whenever I will come, then I will clean all these things. For every paper separately cleaning is nothing but I don't want to do. Is nothing but unnecessary, my time waste. Is nothing but. So, all waste papers keep into the dustbin. Whenever tomorrow morning at 7 AM I will come, then I will clean that. What is the problem? Is nothing but lie. So, don't expect, once I made a paper eligible for cleanup activity, immediately that paper will be cleaned. That dustbin will be cleaned by our assistant. No. Whenever she will come, then only that's nothing but all those things will be cleaned. Are you getting? Same style. I made an object eligible for GC. Don't expect immediately this object will be destroyed by garbage collector. So, whenever JVM runs a GC, then only this object will be destroyed, right? But now my question is, when exactly JVM runs a GC? We don't know. Varied from JVM to JVM. Up to this is it clear, right? Okay. Now next point observe. Sir, suppose assume morning at 7 she came, she cleaned our room, washed the clothes, and then she went. When she will come once again? Next day morning at 7. As per our agreement, next day morning at 7. But at 10 o'clock, you got a phone call saying, today for lunch, around 15 members are coming, your relatives are coming to your house. Then suddenly you thought, 15 members. One side you may felt happy because relatives are coming. In another side you may be unhappy because arranging lunch, all these things for 15 members is nothing but not that much easy. Then you thought that, if our assistant is there, then she will help. So it is useful like, so you thought, then immediately you can make a phone call. You can make a call to your assistant saying, so today relatives are coming, So at least afternoon time, 2 to 3 hours, can you please come? So that as compensation, you will get extra money, or otherwise tomorrow morning, even you are not required to come, I will adjust myself. Is nothing but like, is it possible to request our assistant or not? Yes. Instead of waiting until she is coming tomorrow morning at 7, if there is a huge work, then you can request your assistant, can you please come? Like same style, you can request JVM also. JVM, if you feel huge number of objects eligible for garbage collection. Yes boss, huge number of objects eligible for garbage collection. Now here, do you know, instead of waiting until JVM runs garbage collector, oh JVM, can you please run garbage collector? Because huge number of objects eligible for garbage collection, like we can request JVM to run garbage collector, right? Are you getting? We can request JVM to run garbage collector. That possibility is there. But here the problem is, I made a call to my assistant saying, so assistant, can you please come? Because today relatives are coming. At lunchtime, your presence required, because is nothing but you may require, you can help, right? Like, can you please come? Like you made a call and you requested. Can you tell what response from your assistant? 99% positive response if there is a good relation. Are you getting? That depends on relation also. If there is a good relation, sure, I will come at 11 o'clock, I will be there, not required to worry, like positive response. Sometime don't expect always positive response. Sometime no, morning at 7 after coming from your house, I got full sick, full fever, now temperature is 103, next day morning at 7 only I can able to come. Oh, one option. Second option, sir, I went to some other, now I am not in Hyderabad, okay, next day morning at 7 only I will come. If I am there in Hyderabad, definitely I may come, sorry, don't mind, next day morning only I can. Have you observed? Don't expect always positive response. Maybe is nothing but sometimes you may require to listen negative response also. Are you able to understand? Same thing. We can request JVM to run garbage collector, but whether JVM accept our request or not, there is no guarantee. Regarding sometimes JVM may tell, I'm in full busy man, later I will consider your request. Is nothing but sometimes JVM may provide such a type of response also. That's why we can request JVM to run garbage collector instead of waiting until JVM runs a GC. But whether JVM accept our request or not, there is no guarantee. But most of the times, out of 100, 99% of the times, garbage collector JVM accept our request, not required to worry at all. Is it clear for all of you, right? Now, what are various ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector? There are just two ways are there. This part we have to discuss. Keep subbing. The ways for requesting JVM, the ways for requesting JVM to run, the ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector, the ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector, the ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector, to run garbage collector. Okay, like, sir, here point number 1, take a bit special care. So once we made an object eligible for GC, immediately garbage collector may not destroy. Whenever JVM runs a GC, then only this object will be destroyed. But when exactly JVM runs a GC, we can't expect. It is varied from JVM to JVM. Instead of waiting until JVM runs garbage collector, we can request JVM to run GC. Okay, this is programmatically there is a possibility. But whether JVM accept our request or not, there is no guarantee. But most of the times JVM accept our request. What are various ways are there to request JVM to run garbage collector? Right. Okay, first at the theory, required theory. Once we made an object eligible for GC, once we made an object eligible for GC, it may not be it may not be destroyed immediately by garbage collector. It may not be destroyed immediately. It may not be destroyed immediately by garbage collector. It may not be destroyed immediately. May not be destroyed immediately by garbage collector. By garbage collector. It may not be destroyed immediately by garbage collector. Whenever JVM runs a GC, whenever JVM runs a GC, whenever JVM runs a GC, then only, whenever JVM runs a GC, then only, whenever JVM runs a GC, then only the objects will be destroyed. Then only the objects will be destroyed. Then only the objects will be destroyed. Objects will be destroyed. But exactly JVM runs garbage collector. But when exactly JVM runs garbage collector? But when exactly JVM runs garbage collector? JVM runs a garbage collector. When exactly JVM runs garbage collector? We can't expect. We can't expect. It is varied from. It is varied from. It is varied from JVM to JVM. It is varied from JVM to JVM. Varied from JVM to JVM. JVM to JVM. Are you getting? Next para. Instead of waiting until JVM runs garbage collector, instead of waiting until JVM runs garbage collector, instead of waiting until JVM runs garbage collector, until JVM runs garbage collector, instead of waiting until JVM runs garbage collector, we can request a JVM. We can request a JVM to run garbage collector programmatically. We can request a JVM to run garbage collector programmatically. We can request a JVM to run garbage collector programmatically. But whether JVM accept our request or not, 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 there is no guarantee. But whether JVM accept our request or not, there is no guarantee. But whether JVM accept our request or not, there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. But most of the times, JVM accept our request. But most of the times JVM accept our request. But most of the times JVM accept our request. JVM accept our request. Can I complete it right? Okay, this is. So this is what you people should aware clearly. Is nothing more. So JVM, how is it possible to request a JVM to run garbage collector or not? Yes, boss. In how many ways we can request? Add the following are two ways. The following are two ways. The following are two ways for requesting JVM. The following are two ways for requesting JVM. The following are two ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. The following are two ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. To run garbage collector. The following are two ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. Okay. First one, make sure. Okay. First one, keep subheading. By using system class. First one, by using system class. By using system class. Okay. Under that, here the point. By using system class. Alright. So do you know system class contains a static method GC for this. I hope you people are aware. System class contains a static method. System class contains a static method GC for this purpose. Correct or not? Okay. System.gc. System class contains a static method GC for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. Do you know? If I can ask what is the purpose of System.gc? Most of the people are going to hear, we are calling garbage collector. No, we are not having such option. We are requesting JVM to run garbage collector, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, add. Keep submitting by using system class. Under that, add the point. System class contains a static method. System class contains a static method. System class contains a static method. Static method GC. GC single, lower case. System class contains a static method GC bracket open bracket close. GC bracket open bracket close. GC for this purpose. System class contains a static method GC for this purpose. Okay, add System.gc. Better toilet within the box. This is the first way for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. First way for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. I hope is clear, right? Okay. Now, here, just observe. Second one, by using runtime class. Runtime. Second one, by using runtime class. T is the small or capital? Small t. Runtime. T is the small, don't keep capital T. By using runtime class. Okay. Make sure by using runtime class. Completed, right? Okay. How we can use runtime class? Here legend this example of this analysis. Well, sir, here this is my program. Sir, it is my Java program, right? It is the Java program. Now here one person is there. Here one person is there. Who is this person? JVM. Here one person is there, garbage collector. Okay. Now this Java application want to communicate with the JVM. Listen well. Java application wants to communicate with the JVM. Now first question Java application can ask JVM, how are you like? Maybe communication first word is always JVM, how are you like? Can you tell what response I can expect from JVM? If I am asking you, how are you like? What response you are going to tell? Fine, thanks for asking. What about you? Just common human tendency. But whenever this Java application ask the JVM, hey JVM, how are you like? Then JVM response, what do you want? Are you getting? What do you want? Because JVM aware, okay, not require these formalities. What do you want? Because you are going to communicate with me, you require something. What do you want? Like JVM immediately can ask. Then Java application is going to fail. Unnecessary, why we have to talk with this crack person? Leave that. Now boss, directly I am coming to the point. I want to create 10,000 objects. Can you please check free memory is available or not in the heap? JVM, how much free memory is there in the heap? Like you can ask free memory. Then immediately JVM is going to tell free memory. Immediately JVM will tell boss 4, 5, 6, 7 bytes of free memory is there. Then Java application can ask total how much memory? What is the heap size? Total how much memory is nothing but like total memory. How much total heap memory? Like you can ask. Then immediately JVM can tell. Was total 6, 7, 8, 9 bytes of total memory is there. Was this much free memory may not enough. Can you please run garbage collector for me? Is nothing but like GC. You can now immediately JVM is going to run garbage collector, so that free memory by default will be improved, right? Number of bytes of free memory improved, right? Okay, this is so Java application can communicate with the JVM For this communication, which object is required is runtime object is required. Runtime object is required. Let me repeat once again. A Java application can communicate with the JVM by using which object? Runtime object. Now my question is, how we can create runtime object? Runtime class present in java.lang package. Are you getting? And the runtime class is singleton class. Singleton class. What is the meaning of singleton? We are allowed to create only one object. Such a type of class is singleton. If it is a singleton, we can't create by using constructor. We can't use constructor concept to create an object. So compulsory there should be some concept like factory method. Factory method in your advanced Java classes somewhere you may have factory method. By using factory method, we can create runtime object. Okay, now my question is, how to create runtime object? Runtime R is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Runtime R is equal to runtime dot get runtime is nothing but like. Are you getting? Runtime R is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Now I am creating a runtime object, right? Okay, this is runtime object. This is, sir, we can't create runtime R is equal to new runtime because it is a singleton. Compulsory we have to create by using factory method. Sir, by using class name, if I am calling a method, that method returns the same class object is nothing but factory method. Don't think too much what is the factory method. By using class name, I am calling a method. That method returns the same class object is nothing but factory method. At the time of object creation, if you want to check any conditions, then factory method concept is the best suitable. Anyway, it's not in our scope. So this is. So how we got runtime object? Is it clear, right? Runtime R is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Once we got runtime object, then you can ask all these methods. Sir, how much total memory? Total, how much memory is there in the JVM? R dot total memory. Sir, how much free memory is there? R dot free memory. How much free memory is there? Sir, can this free memory may not enough? Can you please run garbage collector for me? R dot GC method, right? Are you able to understand? So once we got runtime object, happily we can call total memory, free memory, GC like dot 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 several methods, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, add. Keep submitting by using runtime class. Under that, Java application can communicate with the JVM. Java application can communicate with the JVM. Java application can communicate with the JVM by using runtime object or capital. By using runtime object. By using runtime object. By using runtime object. Next, runtime class present in java.lang package. Runtime class present in java.lang package. Runtime class present in java.lang package. And it is a singleton class. And it is a singleton class. Next, we can create runtime object. We can create runtime object. We can create runtime object by using. We can create runtime object by using runtime dot get runtime method. Runtime dot get runtime method. We can create runtime object by using runtime dot get runtime method. Runtime dot get runtime method. Runtime dot get runtime method. Okay, take this only first one. Runtime R is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Runtime r is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Runtime r is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Get runtime. Better to take within the box. Highlight. Next. Once we got runtime object. Once we got runtime object. Once we got runtime object. Runtime object. Once we got runtime object, we can call. Once we got runtime object, we can call the following methods. We can call the following methods. We can call the following methods on that object. We can call the following methods on that object. We can call the following methods on that object. On that object. Okay. First one. Total memory. Sir, first one. Total memory. First one, total memory. Total memory. Good. It returns total number of wait. It returns number of bytes of. It returns number of bytes of total memory. Number of bytes of total memory present in the heap. It returns number of bytes of total memory present in the heap. Within bracket. That is heap size. Heap size. Second one, free memory. Second, free memory. It returns number of bytes of. It returns number of bytes of free memory. It returns number of bytes of free memory. Number of bytes of free memory present in the heap. Number of bytes of free memory present in the heap. Okay, third one, GC. Requesting JVM. For requesting JVM to run garbage collector. For requesting JVM to run garbage collector. For requesting JVM to run garbage collector. Run garbage collector. Okay, that's all. Are you getting the point? So what is a total memory, free memory, and a GC is nothing but like these are the methods. Of course some more methods, but memory related methods are nothing but these. Let me convert this total discussion into a program style so that you people can aware. So here I am taking simple program. See this point well. I am taking class runtime demo. Class runtime demo. Next, public static void main string array args. Now public static void main. Sir, I want runtime object. If you want a runtime object, compulsory we have to how we can create runtime object. Runtime r is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Runtime r is equal to runtime dot get runtime. Boss, I got runtime object. Runtime object. Once we got runtime object, you can ask several things, several methods to the JVM. Now system.out.println SOPR r dot total memory. JVM, how much total memory? Is nothing but like you can ask. Assume 100 bytes is the total memory. Assume 100 bytes. Now I can ask system.out.println at the total memory 100 bytes. R dot total memory is nothing but what? On 100 bytes, right? R dot free memory. How much free memory is there? assume 60 bytes is the free memory. Assume some number. Actually, a big 6 or 7 digit numbers will be there, but assume just for example sake 60 bytes. Is it meaningful or not? Is it a meaningful or not? Yes. Total how many number of bytes? 100. In that free memory how many? 60. How many number of bytes is user memory? 40 bytes user memory. Meaningful. Okay. Now I am creating for int I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 10,000 I plus plus. How many times this loop is going to be executed? 10,000 times. For him, within that date d is equal to new date. Sir, date is available in which package? Util. That's why let me take import statement. Import java.util.date. Okay, like, sir, I created date object. Immediately I am making that object eligible for garbage collection. Okay, I am creating date object. Immediately I am making that object eligible for GC. Can you tell total how many data objects got created? 10,000. 10,000 objects got created. In that how many objects eligible for GC? 10,000. Oh, d is equal to null. So create object, make eligible. Create object, make eligible for GC. Total how many objects created? 10,000. How many objects eligible for GC? 10,000 objects. If for 10,000 objects eligible for GC, either JVM runs garbage collector, may or may not. If a memory problem is there, then JVM runs a GC. If a memory problem not there, then JVM won't run garbage collector, right? So now I am asking system.out.println, hey JVM, can you please tell how much free memory now? How much free memory now? After creating 10,000 objects, can you please tell how much free memory is there? Now assume 40 bytes of free memory. Can you tell meaningful or not? Earlier free memory 60, but now how much free memory is there? 40 bytes. Why Anna? Why that reduction in 20 bytes? Because how many objects we created? 10,000 objects. For that 10,000 objects some memory required. Creation some memory. That's why 60 became 40 free memory, right? 40. Now I will ask, hey JVM, can you please run garbage collector? Because there are several huge number of objects eligible for GC. Can you please run garbage collector? R.gc. R.gc. So 99% of the times immediately JVM runs garbage collector and destroys all useless objects whatever there in the heap memory. Okay. So R.gc garbage collector came, destroys all objects whatever there in the heap memory. Okay, this is got destroyed, useless objects. Now system.out.println r.free memory. R.free memory. And can you tell how much free memory? Now what are various options? Yes, how much free memory? Possible answers. One option I am taking 30. One option I am taking 30. Is it possible or not? No, nothing is impossible. Possible or not? 30 possible or not? Possible. Because assume if I am calling R.gc, is there any guarantee compulsory JVM runs garbage collector? No, garbage collector there is no guarantee. That's why garbage collector not yet came. One thing, not yet came. Okay, well, if garbage collector not yet came, then at least 40 will be there, sir. How it is the 30? You may have the doubt. Sir, to run our program, internally JVM required some memory. Are you getting? To run our program internally JVM required some memory. Are you getting? JVM required some memory. That's why is nothing but, so in the 10 bytes of the memory used by the JVM to run our program. Are you getting? Garbage collector not yet came, and to run this code internally JVM required some memory. That's why 30 bytes may be a chance. One possible answer. And may be a chance of 40 bytes or not. Yes, JVM may not use much memory, so garbage collector not yet 40 possible. There may be a chance of 50 possible or not. Possible or not? There may be a chance of 50 bytes of free memory. Garbage collector came, but not destroyed all objects. It may destroy some 2000, 3000 objects. After the sufficient memory is there, not required to destroy like so 50 possible. There may be a chance of 60 possible or not? Before creating 10,000 objects, how much free memory? 60. Garbage collector destroys all these 10,000 objects. Automatically free memory will become what? 60. Sir, there may be a chance of 80. Is it possible? Earlier free memory, how much at the beginning, how much free memory is there? 60. But after creating 10,000 objects, it will become 40. After calling R.gc, is 80 is possible or not? 80 bytes possible or not? Nothing is impossible, possible, because here at the beginning, how much user memory? 40 bytes. User memory 40 bytes. In that user memory also, there may be a chance of some useless objects. Are you getting? That's why once a GC came, don't feel it destroy only these 10,000. Maybe already some useless objects present in the heap. Those objects also by default will be destroyed. That's why there may be a chance of 80 also. Okay, but very fortunate, once I will execute this program, two possible answers is nothing but 30 and 80. Sir, which is less than this free memory, which is greater than initial free memory. I will execute and I will show this code, right? Now listen this one. Runtime demo is nothing but like, have you observed? Runtime r is equal to runtime dot get runtime, system dot out dot println r dot total memory, r dot free memory, r dot total memory, r dot free memory. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than 10,000 I plus plus, date d is equal to new date, d is equal to none. 10,000 objects I created, r dot free memory. After creating 10,000 objects, how much free memory? Next R.gc. So can you please run garbage collector like so? You are requesting JVM, and after R.gc, how much free memory? Same example, right? Whatever there on the board. On the so now here let me comment this one. 1 minute. Let me comment this one. And the behavior will be varied from JVM to JVM. I hope you people may be aware. That's why let me stricted to 1.6 version of JVM. 1.6 version of JVM, right? Okay, here just observe. Now my current working directory. Okay, like now Java C, runtime demo. Sir, I'm commenting R.gc first. I'm not requesting. Now observe Java C, runtime demo.java, runtime demo.java, Java runtime demo. Here observe total how many SOPs are there? 4. Sir, first total memory, second one free memory, and after creating 10,000 objects free memory, and in the next line once again I am asking free memory. R.gc commented. Okay, now observe. Sir, can you please have a look? Total memory 51 ... bytes. At the beginning free memory 49, 45 ... meaningful. After creating 10,000 objects 47. Why the reduction in the free memory? Because we created how many data objects? 10,000 objects. So 4714 is there. Immediately I am asking how much free memory? 4696. Array, why this reduction in the free memory? Because to run our program internally JVM requires some memory. Are you getting that? Okay, that's why even after r. free memory, once again immediately I am asking r. free memory. Have you observed there is a reduction in the free memory? So that's why here 40 may become 30. Possible or not? Yes, is nothing but like 40 will become 30. Possibility is there. Now Here see this point well. Here observe the terminology, right? So next terminology here is observe. Sir, let me remove the comment. Okay. Observe. Now are you saying? Yeah. So R.gc I called garbage collector. Now initial free at the beginning total memory 51, initial free memory 49, and then after creating 10,000 objects 47. After R.gc how much free memory? 50. Is it greater than earlier free memory or not? Yes. In our example, which value we got? 80 is nothing but like in our example 80 we are getting. So make sure, so this free memory which is greater than initial free memory, because at the beginning some useless objects are there, those useless objects also will be destroyed by garbage collector, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? So how you can use System.gc, how you can use R.gc is nothing but these are the two ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector, right? Take this example. Take clearly. Take clearly the program. These are the two ways for requesting JVM to run garbage collector. The corresponding output beside every SOP. Sir, first SOP 51 77 344. These numbers are varied from system to system, not required to worry. Next, the second SOP 49 45. Initial free memory 49 45 200 bytes. Next, after creating 10,000 objects 47 14 464. 47 14 464. Next, after R.gc, R.gc 50 59 352. 50 59 352. Okay, like so that's all. This is what is a runtime, how we can use a runtime object, okay, to communicate with the JVM, how we can request a JVM to run garbage collector, right? From this discussion there are some important loopholes are there. Just observe. Now here see System.gc, what is the second way? R.gc. Have you observed the difference between these two? Ayo. System.gc, R.gc. Have you observed the difference? This GC method is a static method. That's why we are calling by using class name. But this GC method is instance method. That's why we are calling by using object reference. Are you getting? Maybe a chance to ask. You have to identify this difference. So GC method present in system class is static method, and a GC method present in runtime class is instance method. Based on this small point, maybe a chance to ask the bit. What is the bit is legend. Sir, which of the following is appropriate for requesting JVM to run garbage collector? What are various possibilities? First one, System.gc. Is it appropriate or not? Yes, correct. Second one, Runtime.gc. Is it appropriate or not? No, because GC method present in runtime class is instance method, not the static method. Correct or not? Instance method but not static method. That's why it is not. Okay, second. Third one, new runtime. Sir, I am creating a runtime object. By using that, I am calling GC method. Possible or not? Is it valid or not? Valid or invalid? make sure valid or invalid? Invalid, because runtime class is singleton class. We can't create singleton class objects by using object reference. That's why this one is nothing but invalid. Fourth one, runtime dot get runtime, runtime dot get runtime dot gc method, runtime dot get runtime dot gc method. Are you getting? Is it valid or invalid? This one, sir, I'm getting runtime dot get runtime. I'm creating runtime object dot gc is nothing but like. Have you observed? So, which of the following is a valid way for requesting JVM to run garbage collector? Maybe a chance to ask. You have to identify GC method present in system class is static method. GC method present in runtime class is instance method. Runtime class is a singleton class. We can't create by using constructor. Is it clear? Right? Okay. Take a note. Note. GC method present in system class. GC method present in system class. GC method present in system class. System class is a GC method present in system class is a static method. GC method present in system class is a static method, whereas GC method present in runtime classes, whereas GC method present in runtime classes instance method, whereas GC method present in runtime classes instance method. GC method present in runtime classes instance method. Clear, right? Next para instance method. Okay, next para. Take a note. This is next. Take a question form. Which of the following is a valid way? Which of the following is valid way for requesting JVM? Which of the following is valid way for requesting JVM to run garbage collector? Which of the following is valid way for requesting JVM to run garbage collector? To run garbage collector. Which of the following is valid way for requesting JVM to run garbage collector? To run garbage collector. Okay, take these things. System.gc, runtime.gc, new runtime.gc, runtime.get runtime.gc, runtime.get runtime.gc. Completed, right? System.gc, runtime.gc, new runtime.gc, runtime.get runtime.gc. .gc. Completed, I hope. Okay. Now the next terminology. Here make sure. So another few minutes, but very important, right? Sir, we have two ways are there for requesting JVM to run GC. What is the first way? System.gc. Second way, runtime.gc. But now my question is, which one is more convenient to use? System.gc or R.gc? System.gc, because so we have to create runtime object and then you can call. Instead of that, System.gc is more convenient to the programmer to use. That's why most of the programmers aware only System.gc but not .gc. Runtime object.gc is nothing but majority of the people don't know. They know only System.gc. Whether System.gc or .gc, functionality wise no different, but convenient to use which one is nothing but System.gc, because it's a static method, easily we can able to call. But now my question is, which one is recommended to use? System.gc or R.gc? Oh, because System.gc convenient, automatically recommended will become R.gc. Which Which one is the recommended to use? Recommended to use. Highly recommended to use runtime object.gc. That answer may not enough. What is the reason? That one also you have to tell. What is the reason? Instance method, static method. Recommended to use is always static method only. Because instance method means we have to create object and then you can call the method. That's why recommended to use a static method. But in this particular case, runtime object.gc method is recommended but not system.gc method. Why? Yes, what is the reason for that? Yeah. Okay, make sure you people should aware. Internal reason why r.gc is recommended than system.gc. Do you know we have system class is there in the lang package, correct or not? System in the public, in that public static void gc method is there. And now we are calling this method system.gc. We are calling. How this system class gc method internally implemented is nothing but runtime dot get runtime dot gc. Are you getting? So system class gc method internally calls runtime class gc method only. Then instead of calling system.gc, better to call directly runtime.getRuntime.gc, so that one method call we can able to reduce relatively maybe fraction of nanoseconds performance, may be a chance to improve. Are you getting? So system.gc, runtime.gc, I mean runtime object.gc, which one is the recommended? Recommended to use recommended to use what? Runtime object.gc, because internally runtime class, internally system class gc method calls runtime class gc method only. Let me show this one. It's not my creation, it's already there in the system class. Can you please cross check here? Let me show this one. Internally how the system class is implemented is nothing but like, let me cross check. Yes, system class is there in my system. Yes, it is not my own creation, Anna. Your public final class system is nothing but system class is there. Okay, now how the gc method is implemented? How the gc method is implemented? Can you please cross check? Public static void gc within that what? Runtime dot get runtime dot gc method. So system class gc method internally calls runtime class gc method. That's why recommended to call directly runtime class gc method only. Is it clear for all of you? Right? Okay, at this point take a note first one. It is convenient to use. It is convenient to use system class gc method. It is convenient to use system class gc method. System class gc method when compared with, it is convenient to use system class gc method when compared with runtime class gc method. When compared with runtime class gc method, runtime class gc method, runtime class gc method. Next, second point. Second, with respect to performance, it is highly recommended to use. Runtime class gc method. It is highly recommended to use runtime class gc method. Runtime class gc method when compared with, highly recommended to use runtime class gc method when compared with system class gc method. When compared with system class gc method. When compared with system class gc method. System class gc method. Okay, because system class gc method internally calls runtime class GC method. Internally calls runtime class GC method. Internally calls runtime class GC method. Runtime class GC method. That's all. Take this code. Class system. Next public static void GC. Public static void GC. Next runtime.get runtime.gc. Runtime.get runtime.gc. Public static void GC runtime.get runtime.gc. Like. Completed, I hope. Okay, that's all. So this is above. So what are various ways or methods for requesting JVM to run garbage collector, right? Okay, now the terminology is clear.